I want to thank Pedro, of all people. Said, what do you have to do? You have to pivot to make the money in your market. We got ourselves a big over here. Hello, and welcome back to another Cruisin with Corey. We are out here on a Saturday morning getting ready to do our thing and try to see what we can make probably in about 8 or 9 hours. My goal is north of 200, ideally 300. I don't think that's attainable. I know that's a big point of contention in the market these days, but I'm hoping for 200. And if we get more, that's great. Of course, if it's your first time, help me out with the like, share, comment, and subscribing that you guys are really good at. We just hit 1,500. Let's push it to 1,600. Thank you so much. I do want to do some updates before we get into the meat and potatoes of me delivering and doing a ride along. And those are as follows. Yesterday, which is a Friday, I went out for about 9:30 to 7, what's that, 8.5 hours, 9 hours, something like that. And I made the most money I've ever made in a shift without using Walmart Spark. Now, it wasn't voluntary. I just got sick of the fact that my Walmart is just broken. I'm not saying it's dead. I'm saying it's broken for a myriad of issues pertaining to illegal accounts, what I suspect to be bots, a huge migrant situation here where 90% of our drivers are now migrants, and, you know, not to get into the political of why that is a thing, but it's what's at by Walmart. And basically, I'm lucky to even see 5 orders a day on most days. Not do, even have 5 orders come across my screen. And if I'm lucky, one of them is doable. Yesterday, that didn't happen. I didn't get a single order, so I did every other app. I did a ton of DoorDash, a lot of shopping DoorDash, which I told you about before. I get that pro shopper status. I got some really good Uber shops. I did some Grubhub. I even did Instacart yesterday. The only thing I didn't really do was Shipt. And of course, catering is not a thing in my area. So that was a cool little thing that proves to me that I don't need Spark. I want to use it. I'm not bailing as a Sparker. I know a lot of people who watch my channel are Sparkers, and I'm not trying to disappoint you, but I'm being a realist with it's just not feasible in my area right now to be a Spark camper. For someone who's done this on Spark for about 4 or 5 years now, it's just ridiculous that I can't get myself an order anymore. But it is what it is. As I've been told to do, we pivot, and that's what I'm doing. I'm being more lenient. I'm ripping off Band-Aids of things that I usually don't like to do, but I'm doing them as long as the numbers make sense. So hopefully all of my Spark subscribers that I've gained don't just bail on me. That all being said, I just rambled on way longer than I planned on. But I'll let you know what we start off with. It's 9 a.m. now. I just topped off the good old petrol cell. Let's see what happens. Well, we've been waiting longer than I want to wait. Saturday mornings, they do have a tendency to be dead. So take what you can get. We got a $5.80 order. The math, I'm literally taking Starbucks, which is across the street from me, to a plaza, which is across the street from the plaza that I'm in right now. So Starbucks doesn't look busy, so this should only be about 4 minutes of work for $5, which if you extrapolate that out is over $20 an hour. That's my justification, and I'm sticking to it. But if this has any delay, then blah, blah. But we're still in the bubble for Spark and Instacart orders and blah, blah, blah. So let's just do it. It's easy. And my daughter has ruined my algorithm with my YouTube music, because why is Danny Go playing? If you don't know Danny Go, you're lucky. But I get to save my line. I get to say it. We got ourselves a bang over here. I've been sick, so my voice was not ready for that, but we got ourselves a banger over here. $57 Uber Eats shop. This screams tip bait and scam, but at the very minimum, it's probably going to be a $35 base pay because that is the highest that Uber Eats will do. Very weird that I didn't get this scaling up at any point, but I don't care. We're going to Shaw's, and the item mix on this is just meat. So it's not going to a bad area. It's actually going to a quite wealthy area, but it's a 15 count of meat. So we might have to ask the butcher, but I don't care. $57, that puts, you know, if that is my good karma for taking a $5 order, by golly, I'm taking more $5 orders. Not that serious, but we got about a 6-mile drive to Shaw's. Let's go. So it says just lean. Now matching up 80/20 is $5.99 a pound. Everything else is more expensive than that, so this has to be it. I assume that I have the correct item. I asked the customer, but he didn't respond yet, so we'll go with it. We just made a pit stop for some fuel here. I was done thirsty and hungry. Again, should you be eating out on your earnings? No, but I left the house and just didn't make breakfast. So whatever, we just grabbed ourselves another order. Again, this one is a normal order. This is the bread and butter of DoorDash. I always say it. It's like a $7.50 for 3. It's a good order. Not nearly as exciting as the one I just had, but it'll clearly add to the tally in a positive and efficient manner. So tropical smoothie, we're already in the plaza for it. We were heading this way anyways, so let's go grab some smoothie, y'all. All right, immediately upon dropping that one off, we just got this DoorDash shopping order, and it's only 6 items, $12, a few miles, keeps us in the same area that we're in now. And I say this all the time, and I have a video, I have a really crazy video planned. I have a crazy idea in my head of how I want to present this. I just don't know how to execute it yet, but anyways. This order, $12. I'm a Sparker. You guys know that. And you know that a no-tip shop on Spark is $11. And most of us scoff at them. So this $12 DoorDash shop to me seems like a good deal. It's so crazy how brains like bias things like that. But a $12 DoorDash order, again, when you're a Sparker, this is not like something that you get excited about. But my brain right now is thinking about low miles and cash flow. And this order will probably be 20 minutes start to finish. That order I just did was about 10 minutes start to finish. That's going to be a $20 sequence in about 30 to 35 minutes. On top of anything else that I may get after that. It's almost like detoxing myself from Spark, so that way I don't turn down money in other facets of the gig economy. So Spark is on, it's active, it's searching for orders. It has been all morning. I haven't got one, even when I was in the parking lot, but I'm really trying to Spark detox right now and make money with what else is actually readily available for me. So Stop and Shop is right up the street here, about maybe 3 minutes away. Let's go. Of course, we are looking for a substitution. Already took our picture. I don't even see this flavor she wants in the singles. Rise. All the positive things I was just saying about quick orders went to failure on that one because they were out of vitamin water. There was no substitution, so I did have to deal with the pro shopper crap with that and taking pictures. And then she was picky about bananas, and then she wanted muffins, and there was no barcode on the muffins, so I was struggling with that. So took a little bit of time, but we are on our way, only about 5 minutes. So we just dropped that order off. We did get the tip in from our Shaw's order, and I would like to say it actually went up, believe it or not. We got a super banger. No, I'm not gonna call it a super banger, because that's like 90s plus, but we got ourselves a banger plus. It went up to $66, my Lanta, for that order. Thank you, customer. That makes my day, and it makes the odds of me getting to 200 much, much higher, because we're basically almost at 100 already, and it's only 11:30, and it's been really slow. Again, if you watched Pedro's reaction to my video, or even some of the clips that I used, he even said himself, you need some of these banger orders to get you to that 300, especially if you don't have catering orders available to you. If you want to hit those milestones and not be out 13 hours a day driving Lord knows how many miles, you need these kind of orders. And if you can get one a day, they help. Obviously, some people get multiple, but I am super grateful for this one. So about 11:30, lunch rush is hitting. Hopefully something comes through. S'more. It's s'more. No, it's time for some more smoothie action. Basically a clone of what we just did on DoorDash about 2 orders ago. We went to tropical smoothie. Now we got another one. I think I'm basically the exclusive DoorDasher for this customer that I'm going to right now. I feel like I'm there like three to 5 times a week. So we're going back to tropical smoothie for about $8. Where was I just? I was just in the Walmart parking lot. It's Saturday. It is now noon. I figured if there was any chance for me to get an order within a minute or two, it would be on a Saturday afternoon where the parking lot is buzzing, but still no. So I think Walmart has me shadow banned at this point. This is ridiculous. But again, I'm not waiting for them. Would I rather make my money in higher than $8 intervals? Yes, but no pun intended. It's how the cookie crumbles. So let's go grab another smoothie and raise our income $8 at a time. Tropical smoothie dropped off, just grabbed ourselves another DoorDash double stack. And again, I want to prove the point here. I have been checking my Walmart constantly. I keep getting first come, first serve, and then I click on it and this order is already gone. That's all I'm seeing right now. And again, I still instinctively drive back to the Walmart Plaza because that is just the best hub to park in my area. So I'm trying to get Spark orders, but they're not happening. So I got this one. It's $26, 11 miles. I got to go to Petco, which is directly in front of me, and just pick up. I don't even have to shop. Petco is right there. I just got to pick up 2 items. Aldi is in the same strip, and 15 items at Aldi should be like 5 minutes in the store. I know it like the back of my hand. 11 miles, whatever. I would have taken this if it was a Spark order too. So keeps the cash flow rolling, puts us closer to 200. Just gonna run into Petco real quick. All right, Aldi's dropped off. Seeing a tree go down voluntarily was not on my bingo card, but that was actually really cool to see that up close. I'm glad I got that on shot. But 8 miles to our next drop, so that should be about 10 minutes. Interestingly, they did rearrange my Aldi. Is this something that has happened to any of you who do shopping orders, whether on DoorDash or Instacart or whatever? I walk into Aldi, I'm like, what the hell? They got the fridges for produce up front. Everything else is just scattered in different locations, so the OCD and anxiety that I deal with was triggered, but we got through it timely. So let's drop this off, finish off this 26, and see what happens. It's now 1 o'clock, that order is dropped off, and now we're kind of in the worst case scenario. The majority of lunch rush is over, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. In retrospect, because I had seen that Petco order come up a few times, I probably should have just dropped that one, took the Aldi, and then I would have been right in the zone with probably only like $5 or $6 less dollars, but it's not what happened, is what it is. We'll try to make the most of it. So we're still on DoorDash, which is a good thing. I renewed my shift for another hour, so maybe we'll get something in. Maybe Spark will give me something when I get closer. We tried and we failed. Walmart, I swear to God, I'm shadow banned. Like, I just cannot fathom that I cannot get not even like a no-tip curbside, not a GMD order, not a no-tip shop. I literally cannot get anything. But DoorDash is at least feeding us decent enough orders, about $10 for like 3.5 miles. Going to an apartment, but again, we're ripping Band-Aids off because you got to do it. It's a good order. I would rather not go to an apartment, but what else am I going to do? So let's go to Chick-fil-A. Just dropped that Chipotle off. Chick-fil-A, whatever the flip it was. Just got this Stop and Shop order, which, you know, as I've been looking at orders lately and appreciating certain numbers, it looked okay until I opened it and saw that it's 4 cases of water. The benefit is that it's the 24 pack, so they're not as heavy, so whatever. We're gonna go run and do this and keep on chugging. So on Spark, that would have probably been, you know, $11 base, because it was a short trip, only about 2 miles from Walmart. It would have probably had 75-cent heavy pay, extra earnings, then a $7 tip, so that probably would have paid about $20 on Spark. But on DoorDash, it's 12. So now we have this one, and in the realm of DoorDash, this is like a baby banger right here. This is a DoorDash triple shop for only 13 items, $30, 6 miles, and it's all, 2 of those miles is just me getting back to Stop and Shop. So, okay, this makes me happy. Let's go back to Stop and Shop. All right, we're getting better at doing triple stacks. I know I really didn't record that one. I was just in a rush to get it done, and it didn't go as smoothly as I would have hoped. only because the pepperoni was not where it was supposed to be. I didn't get a screenshot of it because I suck. But on DoorDash, you know, it shows you where the items are supposed to be inside the store. And it said the pepperoni was going to be in the medicine aisle, which, believe it or not, they don't put it there. So we found it. Actually, we didn't find it. We had to mark it as out of stock because it was, even though it said many in stock. But I clearly found where it said it was out of stock. So we'll see if they yell at me for it. But we only have a mile to the first customer. We started this order at 2:03. We're a half hour in. Should be a good $30 an hour. And after this, we'll kind of do a little assessment and figure out where we are in totality. So let's go. Okay, I just dropped that off and I am super confused now. Here's the tip breakdown on that order. Now, I'm assuming ABC. So if that is the logic, ABC, that one case of Gatorade just tipped me $10. There ain't no way. Like, that last order was just 1 8-pack of Gatorade. There ain't no way they tipped $10 on that. Holy flippin' wow, if that is the case, if I'm interpreting this correctly, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but thank you, because that Gatorade itself, I think, was probably $10, but we are right in the spot we like to be. We're right near Target. There are no shipped orders on the board, so oh well there. But yeah, once we can kind of find a place to park, I would like to go over my numbers right now. And if I need to keep grinding to 200, if I'm already over 200, I don't really know. But I want to find out. All right, scratch that plan. Grubhub wanted to come into the mix today, so that gives us a third app that we will be using for a 15 for 6. 3 of these miles are just getting to Papagino's, which is our local pizza joint. And then we are dropping it off at a hotel, which is fine. So 15 more bucks. I still don't know where I am. I am almost positive I'm over $200 right now. I should do that thing that all the other gig creators do and do like a live tally in the corner. Maybe I'll start doing that next time, but not today. So it's 3 o'clock. 67. I'm trying to do mental math. I've forgotten. We have to be at 200 by now. But whatever. Oh my God, a Spark order has come up. It's not actually that bad. $87, 50 miles, 21 stops. But it has me going in an area that I have no business going to because I don't know it at all. But at least we're not totally shadow banned. All right, I just did some mental math. I just did some math at a red light. We have a little bit of work to do. We are at 179.66. That's before this order. So this one will put us plus 15, right around 194 and change. So we'll need to do one more after this to break 200. Then everything after that's icing on the cake. And this is after 6 hours. So I'm quite happy with this. Of course, a lot of this was just because of that $66 banger. But I would like to think that if I didn't get that one, I probably would have got a 40 or a 50 on Instacart or something else. So either way, Papagino's, let's roll. That was easy and annoying at the same time because she said to meet her at the pool. She sent me a text message with her code and everything. And the person who was supposed to meet me didn't meet me there, so she had to rush down. So I appreciate that. Took a couple more minutes than I would have liked, but whatever, 15 bucks. So that puts us at 194 plus 15, which is... No, not 194. 174. So we're at like... Why can't I do this in my head? Like around 190, so we need 10 more bucks to hit 200. It's 4 o'clock now. I want to be home by 6. So you know what? I'll grind out these last 2 hours. Let's see what we can do. DoorDash, here it comes. 13 for 9 going to the same customer. It's actually going home. It put me over 200, but nah, I'm gonna shoot for this. I'm gonna shoot for higher. So let's see what we got. All right, we just got ourselves the order that'll put us over the 200 mark, and that is gonna be this DoorDash shop at Aldi. So again, 15 items at Aldi. Even though they reorganized the store, it's still gonna be fast enough to do. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. It's staying in the zone. I'm about a mile from Aldi, so it's really 17 for 3 for 15 items. Again, 10 minutes of work in the store, a 5-minute delivery, $17 made in approximately 20 minutes if everything goes to plan, which is the big if. So this is my mentality. I love it. I'm making money on it. Let's go do it. All right, that's dropped off. It's 4 o'clock, so that's right around 7 hours that we've been out. And here's our breakdown for the day of how we've made our money. We eclipsed $200. I don't know what 200 divided by 7 is, but it's a good enough number for me, again, without Spark. Now, again, I want to reiterate a few things. I'm not done with Spark. I want to continue doing Spark. However, I can't pull, you can't make, what is it? You can't squeeze juice out of a brick or something like that. So you have to take what it is that your market gives you. I want to thank Pedro, of all people, for the work. And he said, what do you have to do? You have to pivot to make the money in your market. And in my market, it's not pivot to more apps. It's not pivot to catering apps or downloading more things. In my case, it's reutilizing and better utilizing what is already available to me. And I have not been doing a good job the past couple of months utilizing the tools that I already have. Now, am I saying DoorDash is the best app in the world? No, I'm not. But you've seen today that I can make a good amount of money on DoorDash. Obviously, Uber, you know my opinions on Uber from my other video where I said I don't like it and I hate it, which largely still exists. But even through that, there's diamonds in the rough. And you have to be open to everything. Do not hyper focus on one app, because when that app dies, you can't just sit there and say, well, when I get a banger, it'll be all set, because you'll probably never get it. And what did you turn down sitting in a parking lot? So I am trying to detox my brain. If you are in a dead Spark zone, I implore you to do the same. But make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're setting the bar to 1,600 now. We have eclipsed 1,500. Again, go back and watch my other videos. I just did the DoorDash pros and cons with Sarah Elizabeth. She was so nice to help me out with that. I got some other things in store here, so let's grow this. Let's have some fun. Consider hitting the join button on the bottom of the screen if you want to help the channel out in that way. But like, share, commenting, and subscribing and watching, that does wonders as well. And I'm appreciative for everyone who is with us here. But that's going to be Cruisin' with Corey. Wait, what do I usually say? This is Cruisin' with Corey. Corey out. I don't even know what my own outro is.